Have you always struggled to draft out a perfect basic sleeve? At the end of this tutorial, you are going to learn how to draft out the perfect sleeve that is going to match up with your basic bodies. Okay, you're going to be learning the tips, the formula, the tricks in order to achieve a perfect sleeve. So without further ado, let's get started. So in order for us to achieve this perfect short sleeve, you're going to be needing some measurement. Okay, so you need your round sleeve measurement, you need your armhole measurements, you need your cap height, and you need your sleeve length. Okay, so you need to take all of this measurement. So our armhole sleeve is 18 inches, then for our round sleeve it is 12 inches. So you take measurement around where you want your sleeve to stop, because we're working with short sleeve here. So it's just one round sleeve that we're going to be using. So for the sleeve length, you determine where you want your sleeve to end. I want mine to end on 12 inches. So you determine where you want it to be, if you want it to be shorter, if you want it to be longer. So now we need to get our cap height. This is very, very important. In order for you to get our cap height, you're going to be using this formula: bust divided by 12 inches plus 0.5. If you use this formula, you're going to get perfect sleeve every time you draft out your perfect sleeve for different sizes. So let's say, for example, your bust is 36. So 36 divided by 12 inches, that is 3 plus 0.5, so 3.5. So 3.5 is going to be your cap height. Okay, so this is the basic formula that is going to work across every body shape and body size. So but for this, the bust circumference is 40 inches. So 40 inches divided by 12 plus 0.5. So 40 inches divided by 12 is going to give us 3.3. So plus 0.5, we are going to be getting 3.8. Okay, so our cap height is 3.8. Then you can approximate it to 3.85. So if you don't know how to read your tape measure, just let me know. I'll try to do a video on that. Okay, so 3.85, so that is our cap height. So now we've gotten all of our measurement. Okay, just follow everything that I'm going to be doing, and in no time you're going to be done, and you are going to achieve a perfect basic sleeve. So you won't have to do guesswork again after watching this video. Okay, so now you have to put your pattern on fold. I'm going to tell you the reason why you have to draft out your pattern on fold at the end. So now I want to get my starting line. This is optional, so you can come down by 0.5. Okay, but if you don't want to do that, you can still use the beginning of your pattern paper as your starting line. So now I need to draw out my horizontal line. The first thing I'm going to be drawing out is the sleeve length. Okay, so I'm using 10 inches for my sleeve length. So you're going to take your tape measure, see the way I position it from the starting line, and you mark your sleeve length. So I marked 10 inches as my sleeve line. Now the next thing that I'm going to be drafting out is my hemming allowance. I came down by 2 inches, so 2 inches is going to serve as my hemming line. You can use 1.5, you can use 1 inch, as the case may be, but for this I'm using 2 inches as my hemming allowance. Then you go ahead to label. Remember, if you are part of this family, you know that I always emphasize on labeling your pattern. So see the way I'm positioning it, you can see that the folded part is the one that is facing me. So please take notes, the folded part of the pattern paper is the one that is facing me. So make sure you do yours like that in order to achieve what I did. So the next one I'm going to be drafting is our cap height. Remember that our cap height is 3.8, then I approximated it to 3.85. So I'm going to be coming down by 3.85 down from my starting line, and I'm going to mark across. So that is our cap height. Okay, so I'm going to just connect the lines together, then I'm going to label as much as possible, so that even if you come back to your pattern in years to come, you know what you're coming back to meet. Okay, so now the next thing that we are going to be doing is to put our measurement, so our round sleeve measurement and our armhole measurement. So half of my armhole circumference, that is what I'm going to be putting on the carpet. Okay, so because our pattern is on fold, okay, so that is why we are dividing the measurement into two. So I'm putting 9 inches on my cap height because my armhole circumference is 18 inches, and on the round sleeve, the M line, that is where I'm putting my round sleeve, which is 12 inches. So divided by 2 is 6 inches. Okay, so now on the cap height line, I'm going to be adding ease of 0.25. so you can add ease of 0.25 to quarter of an inch. Okay, so now the next thing is I'm going to connect that line to the apex of my pattern. See the way I'm doing? So we are going to connect, you just connect a straight line like this. Okay, so you connect it to the or where you added your ease. Now what you're going to be doing next is to get the center point of that newly drawn line. So you can just do this by just folding your tape measure if you don't want to go ahead and start dividing. So you just get your half like that, so then you mark it. Now the next thing you're going to do is you come out by 0.5. so from that line, that center line, you go up by 0.5. So after getting that 0.5, we are going to connect it to the open part of our pattern. So you connect a straight line. What we are drafting now is the back, okay, for the back arm or the back edge. So now after getting this, you get your French curve and you connect to the apex of your pattern. Okay, so you see the way I did. Just if you're not satisfied with what your armhole curve is giving you, you can just use your end to just blend it all. So now we are almost done. Okay, but then we still need a bit of alteration. The front is usually shorter than the back, so I'm sure that this alteration you should have done it on your basic bodies. So if you do not know how to draft out your basic bodies, let me know. So because the back is usually larger than the front, so we need to make sure that the front is deeper. So see the way I connected. So now you also you turn your armhole curve to the other side and you go in like so. See the way I did? So this new line is going to serve as our front. Okay, this is very important, and you must have done this alteration on your basic bodies as well, your basic body. So if you don't know how to draft that, I'm going to put a link in the description box. Go ahead and also watch that. So we are practically done. The next thing is for us to just connect the lines. Now I'm going to be adding my measurement, my joining allowance. So I'm adding 1.5 inches. You can go ahead and do maybe 1 inch or half inch as the case may be for your joining allowance. So I'm using 1.5 for mine. Now watch this. So on the M line, I'm going to be putting the same measurement like so, and then I'm still going to be coming out a bit. So you can come out by 0.5 or 0.75. Why are we doing this? So that once we fold our M, is going to match up. Because if you use the same measurement, once you fold your M, you see that the M is shorter. Okay, it's not going to cover up the whole place. That is why it's very important for you to extend that, so that it's going to cover up. And if you don't want to do it like this, once you're cutting out, you can just fold your M and you cut out in the same manner, so that you're sure that you're getting the right measurement. I hope you understand. Okay, so if you do all of this, you're going to come out with a perfect basic bodies. Okay, so now I am putting all of my details. I added 1.5 allowance, that is what I'm putting here. Then on the M, 2 inches, and that is what I'm writing. Like I said, it's very important for you to note all of this in case you want to give the pattern out to someone to sew it for you. Okay, even if it's not for you're getting it, even if it's for you, in case you come back years later, you can always reuse your pattern as long as the measurements remains the same. So now watch how I am going to be cutting it out. Remember I said that in order to cut your armhole, you can fold in order for you to get your M, so for you to get the perfect line. Okay, so just watch what I'm going to do. I'm just cutting out the whole thing like so. Then I'm going to be folding my M inwards. so that once I cut out the round sleeve on the hem, I'm going to be sure that I have the perfect one. So my phone went off while recording, so I didn't know, and I've already cut out this. So but don't worry, I'm going to explain what I did. So you just follow that line and then you cut that part. Okay, so now watch how I am going to cut the edge. Okay, so remember that we have the front armhole and the back armhole. What you're going to be cutting on fold is the back armhole, because the back is larger than the front, right? So you follow that line, the first line we drew for the back. Okay, so that is what you're going to be cutting on fold. Please take notes. So it is the back you're going to be cutting on fold. Then after you've already cut out the back armhole on fold, you open it. This is why I said it's important for you to fold your pattern, so that you're going to be able to cut out your fronts, okay, as well. So after you've already opened it like this, the next thing is for you to now cut your front armhole. So you follow that second line that we drew. So you follow that second line that we drew, and then you go ahead and you cut it out. So if you've gotten to this point and you're here to subscribe, please make sure that you do so and put on the notification bell. So after you've cut this out, you label your back and your front. So now see on fold, you can see that our front armhole is deeper than our back. On your basic bodice as well, it's going to be the same. Okay, so look at how this is perfectly made. So thank you so much for watching. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.